How do bills lead to unintended consequences? Imagine writing a simple rule to fix one problem, only to find it causes a whole bunch of new issues. That's what happens when bills lead to unintended consequences. When lawmakers draft laws, they aim to solve specific issues, but the process is full of surprises. The language used can be tricky, and sometimes, the words chosen have effects the writers never expected. For example, a law meant to protect wildlife might accidentally ban harmless activities like frog jumping contests. In California, there's a rule requiring the destruction of frogs that die during these contests instead of allowing them to be eaten. It's a strange rule that came from local customs but seems odd outside that context. Another reason for surprises is that laws often don't account for how people will interpret or use them. In Connecticut, a law was passed to control scrap collection by making it illegal to gather certain waste materials without a license. But this led to confusion about what exactly counted as junk. Similarly, Colorado has a law that requires permits to make snow or influence weather, which sounds unusual but was meant to protect the environment. When laws are written, they sometimes include vague or broad language to cover many situations, but this can lead to loopholes or strange enforcement issues. Sometimes, laws stay on the books long after their original purpose fades away. Alabama has a law that bans wearing a fake mustache in church if it causes laughter. It probably aimed to keep church services serious, but now it just sounds funny. South Dakota has a law that bans sleeping in cheese factories, which was likely about safety but seems quite bizarre today. These odd laws happen because lawmakers can't see every possible scenario when they write laws. They also have to make compromises, which can lead to contradictions or confusing rules. Local traditions and customs influence these laws a lot. When combined with vague language and political pressures, it creates a patchwork of strange, sometimes hilarious, laws across different states. These laws reminded us that the process of making laws isn't perfect. It's a balancing act between solving problems and avoiding new ones. That's why careful drafting and regular updates are so important. Without them, old laws can cause confusion or even amusement long after they were first written. So, in the end, bills lead to unintended consequences because of ambiguous wording, unforeseen scenarios, outdated rules, and the quirks of local culture. These surprises are part of the reason America has so many weird and wacky state laws that keep us entertained and sometimes puzzled.